Often the relationship begins innocently, which can quickly turn unhealthy. Well, a conference was held in Ogden today to talk about the warning signs and how to detect when something doesn't feel right. News specialist Alex Cabrera joins us now live. And Alex, you were at this conference. Those were some very tough topics to talk about.
Right, Dan. You know, this is difficult. These are tough topics for anybody to talk about, but this particular conference was geared toward teenagers and preteens. Those who organize this conference say they really want to reach those age groups as early as possible to talk about these kinds of topics.
She had no idea who he was, never heard of him.
It's not the kind of Saturday teenagers are probably used to, especially when the topics were as dark and heavy as these.
Like if a guy wants your phone number or they want to kind of use you in a situation that you're not comfortable with, it's okay to say no.
Chloe McBride wanted to be here because healthy relationships, consent, boundaries, and even rape culture are topics she may not learn about in school.
I think we're kind of taught, like just as women, that it's not okay to say no and it's like a bad thing. But coming here, like learning that it is okay.
This conference held at Weber State was put on by the Your Community Connection Family Crisis Center in Ogden. The YCC is a center for people impacted by domestic violence. However, today's conference was designed for teens and preteens, hoping to catch them before an abusive relationship.
We need to be talking about not only the warning signs as far as what an abusive or an unhealthy partner would be, but also teaching them not to be that themselves.
One session included a police officer who talked about child trafficking cases he has investigated that began with seemingly innocent messages on apps like Snapchat and TikTok.
Social media is the biggest thing for our generation. We're like the first generation that was just born into it, having already everything there. So it's definitely a blessing and a curse.
Parents weren't a part of these sessions, so kids would perhaps feel more comfortable asking tough questions and learning about things that could help them later.
It's really important to talk about it because it happens more than people realize.
About 100 teens and preteens were a part of this conference. Now, if this is something we'd like to start having discussions about with your kids, maybe you don't know where to start or what exactly to talk about, we are putting a link to the YCC website on our website version of the story, KSLTV.com. Dan?
Yeah, tough talk, but good information. Thanks a lot, Alex.